Aquarius, hello my darlings, how are you? Welcome to your reading for the week of the 1st of August 2022, or whenever you find me, that's okay too. So, the first card out from the Chakra Insight Oracle is 17, Choice. And the words on the card are free will, courage, willpower, and change. Okay, so Aquarius, are you facing a choice right now? So if you've been here before, you will see that I tend to run a bit of an overall theme in the center of the layout, and then we pull in some additional tarot cards around the outside to fill out the story a little bit more. So from the Goddess Guidance Oracle card deck, you have Coventina, and the words on the card are purification. It's time for a cleansing detoxification of your mind and body. Okay. Interesting. Now, Aquarius, this week I was very much drawn to introduce a new card, a new deck, and it's the Path of the Soul Destiny cards. Now, this is actually intuitive fractal art. So what I'm going to do is once we get a card that does decide to come out for you, I'm going to hold it up to the camera. I'm going to invite you to, if you wish, pause the video, have a look into and connect into the image and see what messages might be coming through for you intuitively. So sometimes it's nice for us to receive our own messages and, and see what guidance is coming through for us as opposed to listening to what I say or what a book says. This is actually very similar to the message I think last week I asked you who was on your pedestal. So there's a bit of a theme for you at the moment, Aquarius. You have the number 5, the card number 5. Obviously, 5s are about change, so we will see if that is reflected in the message of the book, but don't allow that to influence you. So I'm just trying to get that out of the light there. See if we can focus it. So, Aquarius, if you do wish to pause the video and tap into that card, maybe if I try it that way, just trying to get the glare off the spotlight for you. There we go. And in a moment, I will read out the message from the book. Okay. So card number 5. Okay, it reads, Boundless. This is a card without limits. It is eternal and infinite. Either you are just beginning to experience your own unlimited nature, or you are holding yourself back from it. This card asks you to remove any doubts and fears you may have. Move forward in faith, knowing the only limits you will ever experience are the ones that you have created for yourself based on your own beliefs. A world without boundaries or limits is opening to you. Anything and everything is possible. Okay, Aquarius, what was coming through for me as I was reading this is this choice card. I do feel like if some of you are at a crossroads where you are faced with this idea of a choice that you need to make, that you may have just needed that little extra confirmation, that little message of, being brave and taking that step, but maybe taking that step into something that you may not have historically done. So it's all good. Interesting with that Coventina card in the middle, it may well involve that whatever choice you make, there's some kind of purification that is required for you to step into this limitless place, okay? So I will tell you a story in a moment. Okay. The energy coming into the reading, into the week for you this week is the King of Pentacles. This is from the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck. And the energy coming out of the week is the Page of Wands. Now, before I touch on that, what was coming through for me is this Coventina card, the purification card, okay? As I said, dealing with this purifying of your physical body, of your mental body, of your spiritual bodies, that does allow you to step into this place where you can move into spaces that you've not been in before. So the reason I'm keeping these readings hopefully short and sweet this week is because I spent 2 days really struggling with connection. Now, this was connection into my own guides, into source, but also connection in terms of technical issues as well. So I'm still wrestling with the technical stuff. I have got that connection to source, and my guides has come back today, but today being the 1st of August, keeping the readings short and sweet so I can get them uploaded for you. Now, I will say part of the message that is coming through for you, part of the message I was getting from my guides when I sat down to start the readings on Saturday, and I was just not connecting at all. This was the message that was coming through for me. Okay, so detoxification. So as it turned out, I'd sat down on the Saturday to do your readings, and the Friday night I'd been at my neighbour's house and I'd had a couple of glasses of wine. Now, I know a couple of glasses of wine is not a lot, but for people who are doing the work, it does have a massive impact. It really does interfere with that connection to source. It interferes with that connection to spirit. So even yesterday on the Sunday, it was obviously still interfering with that connection. So for some of my viewers, this is a message that possibly coming through for you as well. So if that resonates, take it. Obviously, if it doesn't, don't. That's the way this goes. Now, the rest of the reading, I will be using the Tarot of Curious Creatures by Chris Ann. And as always, I have called in my guardians, guides, angels, and ancestors who love me unconditionally and are of the highest vibration. Now, the first card out you have here from this deck is the Ace of Swords. This is in the position of obstacles or blocks, gifts and gifts and strengths for you this week. This Ace of Swords, I'm getting a very strong victory vibe for you here. So there may be some sort of victory, this idea of the sword of truth being dropped in. This may be something that does come in as a surprise for you this week. This idea of justice or victory, or a truth being revealed, a truth being a clear path to the truth being shown. I don't think it's being shown to you. I think it's being shown to others around you. No. I still am having trouble shuffling. Okay. Not normally this much trouble. Okay. Let's see, Aquarius. You have the Knight of Wands. This is in the position of career and finance. Now, bearing in mind, I do take the positions quite loosely. You have the Ace of Wands. And we'll just look for a final card here for you. Still cards flying everywhere. What's going on, Aquarius? Not normally this bad. Okay. What is coming through for me in relation to the shuffling is that sometimes you just got to surrender. Just let it all fall. Sometimes you've got to let it all fall away and see what is left. Okay, that was a message that was coming through with the shuffling. Thank you, guides. You do have the Queen of Pentacles here as well. So a couple of things, my friends. So the energy coming in at the start of the week, as I said, is the King of Pentacles. We've just seen the Queen of Pentacles come out as well. There may be a perfect pairing here for some of my Aquarians, and this may well be a very solid, stable relationship that you find yourself in. I don't feel like it's a new relationship. I feel like, the Pentacles are very established. I feel like this is a very solid, established relationship for some of my Aquarians. Obviously, this reading, it's not going to fit everyone. I'm going to have single Aquarians watching as well. And that's okay. But for some of my Aquarians, there is this very solid, grounded, supportive, safe, secure relationship that is holding you and allowing you to maybe make these choices. I don't feel like this choice is a choice to do with the relationship. I feel like this is a choice to do with, I actually feel like it could be a new career path for you. It could be a new venture that you're exploring, and this solid relationship that you find yourself in is allowing you the stability to come up to this point of choice and make the decision knowing that you're going to be held and supported and looked after and nourished, I guess is the word that's coming through as well. Now, as I said, if we've got some single Aquarians, it doesn't look like it's it's not leaning into a love reading as such, but there are absolutely new starts. Okay, so we do have the Ace of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands, we've even got the Knight of Wands and the Page of Wands. So all of this is kind of energy that has movement behind it. It's fresh start energy, it's enthusiasm and vigor, it's things that you're passionate and excited about. So there's really not much more that I can talk about because it's a very similar kind of message that seems to keep coming through. It's this idea of opening yourself up, following that passion, following that excitement. You've got the three very strong wands. So the Ace of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Wands. So they're all kind of at different levels. The Ace of Wands is obviously this starting point, and but it's a starting point. It's as you're probably well aware, the Ace of Wands or the Aces are gifts from the universe. So this could well be a gift from the universe of this fresh new start for you. You will be moving into next week, next month, next year with this Page of Wands. So again, it's this extremely enthusiastic and excited, passionate, kind of youthful energy. And then you've got the Knight of Wands in the position of career and finances. So again, this is a more of an advanced energy. The Knight is someone who's been through and done their training. They're now proficient, but it's still something that involves, something that you're very passionate about, excited about. It does involve adventure and involves being brave as well. So certainly there's this sense of passion and excitement and adventure for you, absolutely. I will say here with the Ace of Wands, this is in addition to the message that I've already described. This is in the position of your health, okay? So there is an alternate way of reading into this card as well with that position of health, and it's very much linked to this Coventina purification card. This message is that this idea of purification, this cleansing, detoxification of body, mind, and soul that you may be stepping into, you may actually be at the start of that in terms of where you have the potential to go or to grow. So as I said, do take it as it resonates, but that could definitely be that idea of detoxification, cleansing could be the starting step. But there is a long road ahead. I know if we're looking at purifying, sometimes it can be a little bit intimidating. We may not want to jump into it. We sometimes go, it is such a long road, but you will be supported. And again, I want to come back to this King and Queen of Pentacles here. You will be supported in this path that you take, and you'll be supported whichever choice you make, okay? And I do want to just quickly come back to the words on this card, which are free will, courage, willpower, and change. Now, this is a really beautiful card, or these words are really beautiful words to have affirming that energy that I spoke about with the Wands energy. So it's this idea of courage and willpower. Even that Knight of Wands there, where, the lizard is on their path, they're charging forward. This is very similar here. The woman in this image here is on her path. Her horse is strong and bold, and so there is this idea of strength and character, this idea that you are in control, you are in charge, and you know which way to go, which choice to make for you to find that ultimate path of adventure and passion and excitement. And as I said, this is in the position of career, so it could be to do with career and finances as well, or your day-to-day kind of things that drive you in that area of your life. Okay, Aquarius, I do hope that has resonated for you, and I hope you have enjoyed the reading. If you have, please do like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. All right, my friends, bye-bye.